going on, everybody? It's your girl CjFree, and I'm back up in this thing like whoa. So today I'm going to be reviewing Cassette Drums 2. Okay, that's a pack by Soundoracle. I think it's super dope, so I wanted to share it with y'all because y'all know I'm going to tell y'all if I find a dope expansion or a dope pack, right? Bet. So we're going to go through that today. But first, I'm going to give you some updates. So you be like, CJ, you've been gone for a minute. I've been gone from YouTube for a couple months. Can't stunt on that. I've still been uploading beats, here and there, but I am back. However, all my Patreon members, they've been seeing me like clockwork because every month they get their tutorials, they get their exclusive sample packs, discounts, all of that. So if you're not a part of my Patreon, you need to become a part, because what I do is I just ask them, hey, what y'all want to see, and pretty much they give me suggestions on tutorials, and I make it for them. And I give it to them on the first of every month like clockwork. So even though you all haven't seen me, they've been seeing me throughout this whole time. So make sure y'all drop down in the description box and get the link to my Patreon and check it out, because I would really like to have you, and we be lit in there. Anyway, the second update I have is my text community. People were checking on me via text saying, hey, haven't seen you, on YouTube, everything's good. And I really appreciate that. So if you haven't become a part of my text community, go ahead, and there's the number right there. Go ahead and text me, and I'd love to have you as part of my text community as well. Lastly, if you're not following me on Instagram, then what is you doing? Because people was hitting me in my DMs all the time, and I was posting here and there on Instagram too. All right, so enough with all that. So again, I'm about to review Cassette Drums 2 by Soundoracle. I think it's a really dope pack. And later on in the video, I'm going to make a beat using the sounds that came in this pack, right? So without further ado, y'all, let's get it cracking. All right, y'all, so I'm going to show you, where I went to get it and all that good stuff. So here's soundoracle.net. This is where I went to purchase the pack. At the time, like I said, was during, I think it was Black Friday. But anyway, there was some great deals, so I had to jump in on it. Now, if you go to sample packs and presets and then go to drum kits, you're going to find Cassette Drums 2. Right now, it's $34.99. I don't know what type of coupon I had. I probably might have had a 50% off coupon. I'm not sure. But I know it was some great deals when I bought it. But anyway, so you get Cassette Drums 2, and it comes with 3 free bonus kits. You get the drum frames, MIDI drum patterns, melody frames, MIDI chord progressions, cassette percussion loops, and Cassette Drums 2. Now that's just, man, if you know anything about Soundoracle's samples, drum packs and all that, like, they are top notch. So to get all of that for $34.99, you can't beat that. You can't beat that. All right, so let's go through this so that you can see exactly what I got. So it say you get Cassette Drums 2 plus 3 free bonuses. Let's see. I'm not gonna read all of it. You do have a YouTube video. And there's a YouTube video, I think, for almost every kit that'll allow you to, hear some of the sounds that's in it before you purchase. They put these up all the time, and these are great to look at. But anyway, let's see. Let me see if it tells you. Oh, okay, here we go. What's included? That's what I wanted to show y'all. So it's an instant download. It's over 170 handcrafted drums, 808s, kicks, snares, hi-hats, percussion. All 808s are in the key of C. All sounds have them processed. Maybe that's all sounds have been processed. I don't know. But using real cassette tapes ranging from clean to super dry. All sounds were processed using vintage cassette players, Tasman, Foster, and I'm not even going to attempt that. What is that? Marantz? Anyway, though, that is a lot. So look, you get for Cassette Drums 2, you get 170, right? 170 sounds. Then it breaks down drum frames, which is the MIDI drum patterns. With this, it says use the patterns as is or use them as the perfect starting point to craft your drum pattern to your next hit record. Now, with MIDI, y'all already know with MIDI, you can move MIDI around and make it and create your own. That's what I like to do. But, you know, you put your own sounds in there. You already know how MIDI works, but I love MIDI. What's included? 50 2-bar kick and snare patterns, 54-bar kick and snare patterns, 100 pitched hi-hat patterns, 100 unpitched hi-hat patterns, and tempo information for each loop. That's a lot. Bonus kit number 2, the percussion loops. Now, I love percussion loops. That's something that I really like. You get 23 cassette processed percussion loops, tempo information included. And then you get another bonus, which is the melody frames MIDI chord progressions. You get 50 chart-ready MIDI chord progressions. This is a lot of stuff. Now, I'm not going to go through all this. However, as you can see, you get a lot of stuff. And here's Soundoracle here. I'm trying to tell you. So let's get to it. So this is where you would go to purchase this. And now we're going to go through some of the sounds. Like I said, if I like a kit or I like an expansion, I'm going to let y'all know. This one is dope. You know what I'm saying? He got some other dope ones. I might do some reviews on it, but I want to let y'all know about this one. All right, so come on. All right, so here's the Cassette Drums 2 plus bonuses, right? So you can see in Cassette Drums 2, here is 808s, claps, hi-hats, kicks, perks, snares, the cassette percussion loops, boom, a bus load, and then the drum frames, the MIDI drum patterns. You got the hi-hat patterns, right? You got hi-hat patterns, complex, 16th note pitched, 8th note pitch, simple 16th. Man, you can do this all day. Yo, this is dope. And here's some kick and snare patterns. Kick plus snare, 2-bar patterns. So you would put that in and put your own kick and snare to it. Sound-wise, assign a sound of your liking to it. Melody frames. So this is the MIDI chord progressions. You'll put that on an instrument track and, you know, tweak it if you want. Or do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? All right, come on, let's get to it, y'all. So here goes some of the 808s. I'm not going to go through all these sounds. Y'all seen how much you get. So I'm not going to go through all these sounds. However, let's go through some of them. Man, these is quality 808s. Like, that's all I gotta say about that. Like, they're so crisp. They're so nice. And they like the bottom end is so clear. Gotta get you some quality sounds. All right, check this out. These are the claps. Well, some of the claps. Clean, clean. Here goes some of the hi-hats. Now you got some closed ones and you got some open ones. So let's go through a couple of the closed and then a couple of the open. Listen at that. Dope. All right, some of the open. And what I be liking about Soundoracle sounds, like they don't be like just like 10 or 12 of the same hi-hat. It's like it be some textures and stuff added to it. So that be just super dope. All right, some kicks. I let that play because that was nice and thick and deep. All right, here goes some perks. Listen at that. Listen at that. All right, here comes some snares. That's so nice. Man, I could do this all day. So that's the actual Cassette Drums 2 pack, right? And then you got the bonuses. So I ain't gonna go through. I'll be in here all day. So I'm gonna go through some of these percussion loops. So here goes some of the loops. And they got the BPM on them. Let's see. He made a loop out of like a tennis court type or a racquetball court. That's crazy. Nice. Man, that sound like a whole, like, people in the street talking on it. Like, that's crazy. So that was some of the percussion loops. What else is in here? Some drum frames, some hi-hat patterns. So, okay, let me throw, I'll throw a couple of hi-hat patterns. These are some 16s. All right, let's see what I can do right quick. I'll throw a hi-hat pattern in here just so y'all can hear a little bit. So I'm going to choose one of his hi-hats and see if I can get it to do something right here. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Let's see. Why was that? Drum frames. All right. I'll do another one. I'll come down here, say complex 13. Let's see. Oh, man. Hold on. Let me show y'all the MIDI right quick. Man, that's some nice little patterns. And you know, with MIDI, y'all know you could change the sound and you could change, like, you know, the patterns. Like, I love MIDI. I love MIDI. That's just me. All day long. So, man, gonna get me started. All right, boom. So, we got the drum frames. We went through those. The hi-hat patterns. Okay, this kick and snare patterns. Let's see how this go. Now, let me see. If I put the kick and snare patterns, so you'll have to put a kick on one and then a snare on the other. So this is interesting because I've never used it. So I'm finna, this is what I would do. Because, so if I'm using Studio One, this is what I would do. Let's see. This is what I would do. All right. So that's the snare, and then, okay. I'll just put it on. Doggone it. I want to try to do. All right. I think one is the kick and one is the snare. Which one is the kick and the snare? I don't know. That's a good question, but I would reckon this is the snare. So then I will put it on 2 different tracks and then go from there. So like, even though they say, what did I say? Let me use one of these kicks. Let's use this as kick. Let's remove that. All right, and then this is the snare. So let me just do this right quick. Now y'all like, she got a lot going on. Nah, I just don't want to. I want to show y'all everything that it has, but you know. So I put it on 2 separate ones. I put the kick on one sample 1 XT, and I put the snare on the other sample 1 XT. That way you can hear how it goes. I put both of the MIDI on C3. Put the MIDI notes on C3, and let's see how it go. Hold on, it's probably loud. Let me turn it. Let me turn it down. Ah, now that sounds dope. So let me show you something. Let's just speed it up. Just I don't even know what this gonna sound like. Oh no, that's funky. Hold on. So you know, you can change the tempo and change all that. So and you can change like the sound, right? So let me show you. Hold on. I think it's. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. There you go. I had to move it. I had to move it a little bit. There we go. Now we're cooking with grease. So that's just one of them I just put together. And then you could change the snare. Matter of fact, yeah, you could change the snare out. See, I want to make sure I'm giving it justice. You know what I'm saying? Doggone it. You know what I'm saying? So I never used the kick and the snare pattern before, so that was my first time messing with that. But now that I done dug into it, I'm definitely going to experiment a little more. But yeah, I just wanted you to see how to use those. All right. Man, you put you another hi-hat and put the... Okay. Anyway. All right, let's see what else we got. And then you got the melody frames and with these chord progressions. So I'm going to just throw one in here. And when all else fails, let's see. I don't know what I'm going to use. Let's just use... I'll put presents on here right quick. I don't know what these sound like, so I'm gonna put my favorite piano from Presents. And let's see. Okay. Let me go back. So that was the first one. Let's do one more. I probably like. All right, let's see. Here we go. All right, so that's just me using, some of the MIDI progressions and some of the drum patterns that was included. I didn't, experiment with it yet. I just picked a couple of sounds. So normally, if I had some MIDI, I'll, mess with it a little bit, pick some sounds, change up the MIDI a little bit and stuff like that. But this is dope. This is a very dope pack. Of course it's dope. That's why I'm telling y'all about it. So anyway, like I said, I've used, of course, some of the sounds, the percussion loops. This was my first time doing the drum frames. And I haven't used a progression yet, I don't think either. So yeah, so I was kind of like messing with it, playing with it as I'm recording this video. But as you can see, you get a whole lot for what he's asking, and their quality sounds. It's super dope. That's why I needed to tell y'all about it. So now let me get into it. I'm gonna make a beat using the drums that came with it, and probably one of the percussion loops. And yeah, let's see what I come up with. Let's get it cracking. like this video, make sure to check out all the links in the description box. I put a link to where you can get this kit. I put a link to my Patreon. I put a link to a lot of stuff. So make sure to check those links out down in the description box. I look forward to the next video because I got a lot of videos to make. I got a lot of catching up to do. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and you hit the bell notification. Is it the notification bell? The notification bell. Make sure to hit the bell down there too, so you'll be notified as soon as I drop these videos. All right. And until next time, y'all, holla front, holla back.